Latte Gang, and welcome back to my channel. This is my first video of the new year, so happy new year to every one of you out there watching. I hope that you are doing more than just surviving. I hope that you are daring to dream and then manifest those dreams into a reality so that you can have everything that your heart desires and more this year. I know that you all can do it. I believe in you. I have faith. Let's get to it. Now, without further ado, I'm Mocha Baby, and welcome back to my channel. As you all know, I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that right here on this channel. I talk about things that we like, love, and stand that make life a little bit more enjoyable, make life a little bit easier, and as well as add that dash of adventure. Because what is life if we can't enjoy it? Now, where do they do that at? Now, for those of you who are a newbie, hey, what's up? Welcome. I promise that you are gonna love it here, because this is where the magic lives. Because I understand that you are more than one facet. I know that you are multi-dimensional, so why give you just a little taste when I can give you the whole pie? Now, doesn't that make more sense? Now, for those of you who have been with me for a little while, y'all already know how we get it done. We're all just one big happy lit family, and that's just what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and just dive straight into this video. About a month to a month and a half ago or so, I asked you all, whether it was here on YouTube or my other various social media platforms, I asked you all to ask me your financial questions, whether it was pertaining to your taxes, your budgeting, and just overall financial advice in general, because I know that the past couple of years have been, just a little bit challenging to say the least, due to everything that has gone on with COVID per se. And I want to be here to help you all get back on track. And for those of you who just need a little bit of advice regardless of COVID, I am here for you all as well. So I want your questions. I'm going to leave that email down below, and you all definitely deliver. When I tell you, you all have sent a lot of questions, and keep those questions coming, because I do see now that this is something that you all want on this channel. So it's definitely going to be a series that I keep going. We're going to do somewhere between 6 to 7 questions per video, just so it doesn't get long-winded and it doesn't drag out, because I know how these types of things can be sometimes. So without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and dive straight into it. And I do have my notebook, just so I'll be sure to hit every point that I need to hit for you all, so that way we can handle everyone's financial woes. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our first question. And our first question, and a lot of these are pertaining to tax season and filing taxes. The first one is, when can we actually start filing our taxes? And it was a couple dates swirling around, because I know I even gave you guys one right here on my channel, which was initially January the 31st, which that was the first date that was sent out. But since then, they decided, you know what, we're gonna scratch that. We're gonna say January the 24th instead, which is, by the time you all see this video, it'll probably be somewhere between 5 to 6 days after that initial opening date that we can start filing those taxes. Now, the next question is, I'm so sorry, is, are there any benefits to filing your taxes early? And the answer to this is no. And I'm going to tell you why I feel that it is not. And there's a couple reasons that I have. One is just better to just wait for a little while, especially with everything that's been going on. Things have been backed up just a little bit. So you want to make sure that you have all the paperwork that you need before you begin to file your tax, because that's where a lot of problems and issues and confusion comes in, is when the numbers don't match up that the IRS has. Because a lot of times the IRS already knows what we've made. They just want to see if we're going to be honest and report it and tell the truth about it. And that's a lot of times where things get crossed up. So it's important to have those forms, W-2s, this form, that form, what have you. And it's also a second reason, and this one is pertaining to those of us who may have children. It's regarding that EIC, or the Earned Income Credit. When you claim that credit due to the PATH Act, you have to wait a couple of weeks at the start of tax season before you can even have your tax return process to begin with. So it does not matter whether you electronically file the first day or you electronically file 3 or 4 days after tax season opens up. You're still going to have to wait until that deadline, which is most of the time sometime in mid-February. So I say it's just best to just wait a little bit and make sure you got all your ducks in a row and then file, so everything will add up and you can go ahead and get your refund as quickly as possible. Now, the next question is a hot button question. I have been seeing this question. Several of you asked me this question, as well as I have seen this question on various other sites, because it's been a lot of miscommunication about this question. And this question is, will we have to pay back the CTC from last year, 2021, when we file our taxes this year? And the answer to that is no. Now I'm going to explain and tell you why that answer is no. So hopefully by the time I get through with the end of this explanation, you will understand that, no, we don't have to pay that back. So first, let's get into what the CTC, or the Child Tax Credit, actually is. The Child Tax Credit is a credit that has been around forever and ever and a day. It's nothing new. It's nothing strange or foreign. It's been around for a while. And what it is that if you have children, up to 3 of your children, you can claim them as a dependent on your taxes and get up to $2,000 per child. Now, with everything that has been going on with COVISHA, a lot of things have had to change and be expanded or increased, and that is exactly what has happened with the CTC tax credit. It has, of course, had to get that COVISHA treatment. So for this year, and I've come to find out that only this year, that amount has increased depending on the age of your child. If your child is under 6, then that has increased from $2,000 to $3,600. If your child is between the ages of 6 to 17, then that credit increased from $2,000 to $3,000. Now, I think this is where a lot of the confusion comes in. It comes in with how that money is dispersed. So we're going to talk about that. Okay. Now, there is an option when, getting this child tax credit for this year, where you can choose whether or not you want to receive half of that payment in 6 installments over a course of time from 2021 before we even get to 2022, and then receive the other half in 2022 when we file our taxes. I think that's kind of what has a lot of people confused. Now, you don't have to, accept it, because some people didn't because they thought they were going to have to pay it back. And they'd rather just have a lump sum at one time. So somewhere around July, midsummer, they start sending out these payments in increments of between $250 to $300, depending on the age of your child. And it was supposed to add up unto half of what that credit is, which is between $3,000 to $3,600, depending on the age of your child. Now, the remaining half you will get when you file your taxes. So it may kind of seem like you're kind of not getting as much, but in actuality, you actually got more. You just got it over a longer period of time. And I'm going to ask y'all this question right here as well. Have we ever had to pay back the CTC before? No. So why would it be any different now just because of an increase? Somebody make it make sense. But we're going to move on. And I hope that I helped you understand that just a little bit different, or a little bit more. The next question, which is still dealing with those CTC payments, and it is there any paperwork or forms concerning the stimulus money and the CTC payments that I will need to file my taxes? And the answer to that is absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you those files, not files, forms. I'm sorry. The one for the STEMI is form 6475, and the one for your CTC is form 6479. You need to wait until they send you those, because they'll have all the information about what you have received over the last years. So that way, when you do your taxes, you'll definitely have the correct amounts and you can get back what is rightfully yours. They will start sending these out, and they already have. They started last month in December as well as this month. So if you don't have them, make sure you look through some of your old mail to make sure that they didn't already come and you just didn't know what it was. And if you don't have them, then make sure you look for them the next couple of days. I'm sure they'll get them to you. The next question is, when is the deadline for filing taxes? The deadline for this year is April the 18th. Our next question is, has student loan payments been stopped until May 2022? And the answer is yes, those payments have been deferred nationwide without any penalty until May 2022. Our next question: what is the difference between return accepted or received and return approved? And does received mean I won't get turned down? Accepted means the IRS has received your return, but it has not been processed. Approved means that not only have they received your return, but they have processed your return as well. And that last part is said, does receive mean I won't get turned down? No. You can still get turned down even after the IRS has received your paperwork. I just got my first job. How do I set up a budget? Okay. First of all, you can get you a little book like this. It doesn't have to be overly expensive. Just anything that has pages in it, and quite a few of them, so that you can write down, first of all, what you earned, and you can write down all the expenses to everything that you spend for the month. Because you want to make sure you make it a monthly chart. And by expenses, I mean every single thing that you spend. Bills you pay, whether you pay cell phone bill, you help your parents with the light bill or the cable, the Wi-Fi, or what have you. If you're paying for PlayStation and Xbox memberships, or whatever you spend on your swag, whatever you're eating for the month, you want to make sure that you keep up with every little thing that you spend down to the cents, and you write it down and subtract it from what you earn. And that is how you make sure you keep up with your money, and you make sure that you know exactly where your money is going. And that concludes our first financial/tax advice video. If you have made it this far, I need you to go ahead and like the video, comment. If you have any questions, you can ask them down below as well, and I will definitely answer them in one of these videos if I don't get to them and answer them down below. But I do try to answer everybody that does take their time and leave me a nice comment. I want you to, after you comment, I want you to subscribe if you have not already. And if you have subscribed, I want you to share, this video with your friends on your various social media platforms and pages, so we can spread the word about this financial series. After you do that, I need you to ring the bell so you can be notified every single time I post, so you won't miss anything that is dropping on this page. Now, last but not least, I need my Mocha Latte gang members to stay blessed, to stay fly, and may angels be encamped around and about you. Until next time, bye.